In this section, we will review one of the powerful features of Posture Pro 5, and that's AutoDetect. By AutoDetect, we mean the capability of the software to detect certain colored dots that you will place on the person ahead of time. You will palpate anatomical landmarks, place colored dots, and the software can actually find these dots, a certain number in a certain pattern, and perform a posture analysis for you. Now, by its very nature, AutoDetect is very discriminating. It has to be able to tell the difference between shades of color. It can only do this if your display on your computer is set at true color, and if the pictures you take are of a very high quality. You'll notice the pictures on the screen, all the colors of the dots look the same. It's important that the dots that you place on the shoulder on the A to P view are facing more toward the camera than toward the ceiling. Certain things can make the colors of the dots look different. The flash bouncing too bright and washing out the colors. Anything that changes the color of one dot in relation to another will trick Posture Pro into not finding that dot. So for AutoDetect to work, you must have a very good photograph, and the dots all must be the same color, and there cannot be any other color in the picture, either hanging on the wall or on the floor or in the person's clothing, that might fool AutoDetect. Again, it's a very sensitive software that works incredibly well when the picture is good. Now, this feature is already built into Posture Pro and can be activated at any time through a simple sequence of key clicks and mouse clicks. You'll see on the screen we've already brought in an A to P and a lateral picture. Now, this patient has been set up for a full complement head-to-toe exam. The first thing we need to do is make sure that the exam button is clicked. Then we want to put the mouse arrow over one of the target dots. This is the target color that we're giving AutoDetect to search. To perform an AutoDetect, you hold down the Control key on your keyboard. While that key is held down, hold down the Shift key on your keyboard, and then left click on the mouse while it's over the target color. AutoDetect will process, and in just a few seconds will perform an auto analysis. Now, normally it happens in just the blink of an eye. It's taken a little bit longer because of the drag on the computer for this video capturing that we're doing. But you see, with just those simple key clicks, AutoDetect was able to locate all of those dots and perform a complete A to P posture analysis, including a relative plumb line that's represented by the blue line down the center of the body. The yellow markers indicate a shift in that blue line. Here it's 2 degrees to the right for the upper body, 1 degree to the left for the lower body. The numbers in the right rectangles represent head tilt, shoulder tilt, hip tilt, knee offset, and ankle offset. The arrows indicate which side is high. So in this case we have a left shoulder high, 1 degree, left hip high, 4 degrees, and the head, knees, and ankles level. Now we can do the same thing on the lateral view with an AutoDetect. We put the mouse over the target dot color. We hold down the Control key, the Shift key, and left click over a target color. We wait for the software to process the image, and you'll see it instantly performs an auto exam showing the amount of forward head travel as 2 degrees, estimated hip tilt of 2 degrees, and a break in the relative plumb line 2 degrees in a backward direction. Now, something special that Posture Pro does is estimate the additional cervical forces placed on the body based on the amount of forward head travel, in this case that 2 degrees. The Posture Pro estimates that an additional 20% of forces, now this is a combination of gravitational forces and pounds of pull placed on the posterior cervical muscles that are created when that head travels forward 2 degrees. And here we have a total posture deviation that's calculated, and here we show it 9.3 degrees. It will take you a little while to develop your technique to get pictures as good as these. So don't get frustrated. If you are having problems and just can't figure out what's wrong with your photos, send a sample to Ventura Designs as an email attachment. Send them to info@posturepro.com. We'll be happy to evaluate your pictures for your technique and send back some helpful tips that will help you get the most out of your camera and make sure that AutoDetect will work for you.